What's going on, YouTube? Brock from Brock's Trucking Adventures coming back at you. I'm here in the car, and I got my laptop. My wife is in the hospital. She's not doing too well. She's got a bad kidney infection. But I was thinking, and I needed to make this video. I was just watching. As you all know, I'm a truck driver. I've been second-generation truck driver. My dad he's been driving for 24 years now. 24 years. I've been in a semi since I was 5 years old. I grew up around it, and I know the industry well. I'm still learning every day. The minute you stop learning is the minute you should get out of the industry, because you're going to end up getting yourself hurt and somebody else. But the point is that I'm having, and the problem that I'm having, the point I want to make is the industry is in shambles. Why is the industry in shambles, you say? Why, Brock? Why are they? What's going on? What's going on? Why are you freaking out? Well, I'll tell you. The reason I'm freaking out is because the trucking industry, the pay is horrible. Horrible. It hasn't kept up with the time. We are making half. I repeat, we are making half what truckers were making 3 decades ago. When you account for inflation and you account for the cost of living and the fuel prices and blah, 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 whatever you want to say, all the prices are going up, yet our pay is the same as it was 30 years ago. Okay, so our pay is the same as 30 years ago. What is the problem? Well, the problem is that the job is extremely tough. It's tough on even the most veteran drivers. You're gone for weeks at a time, sometimes most of the time, months at a time. You come home, you're home for 2 or 3 days to see your family, and then you're back out again for weeks or months at a time. You know, the average truck driver spends maybe a month or two out of the 12 months out of the year at home. The rest of the time they're on the road. So, what are we getting for our sacrifice? We're getting the same pay that they were paid 30 years ago. Yet, rates have gone up for hauling the freight. The cost of living, everything's gone up. But the companies say, nah, we're going to keep we're going to keep all the money. You're not worth it to us. You're not worth getting paid well for what you do. And that's the problem, guys. That's a big problem. Big problem. The reason it's a big problem, because if you look around you right now, everything you see has traveled on a truck to get to where it's at that you got to buy it, where you went and bought it. Everything. Now, truckers are getting harder and harder to find. More truckers are getting out of the industry because it's crap. You can make more money somewhere else and be home every night. You can make more money at a factory and be home every night just starting out. Now, the problem with that is, if we don't have no drivers, how's that stuff going to get to the store? Going to end up to where you're going to walk into Walmart one of these days and they're going to hand you a card. You know what that card's going to be? What's it going to say? Yep. It's going to say, you can only buy so many of these items per week, so many of these items per week, because we don't have enough to give everybody, for everybody just to take what they want. Imagine going to the store and buying a gallon of milk, and then on the way out, scratching off your card. Okay, that's 1 out of 2 gallons per milk you can have per week, because we have a shortage, because we're in a depression, almost like a famine. Imagine that. You can only buy one package of toilet paper per week because we don't have the supply to keep for you to buy more. That's what we're talking about. It's gonna happen one of these days if things do not change. Truckers are over-regulated and extremely underpaid. We can't run like we used to 30 years ago, and we're not paid like they used to 30 years ago. We're paid half of what they used to 30 years ago, like I said. It's a big problem. It's got to change. Our hours of service is killing the American truck driver. These companies are killing the American truck driver, and it's harder and harder to find experienced and safe truck drivers because of that. All these mega corporations, you wonder why you see all these accidents all the time with semis and why it's the big talk nowadays, you know. Ooh, another semi got in an accident and killed 5 people or 4 people. It's horrible. But you know why it's happening? Because of all this. Because the mega corporations do not want to pay an experienced driver 52, 54, 60 cents a mile when they could go and get, 4 or 5 new rookie drivers, train them for 3 weeks and then set them off on the road and pay them 28 cents or 30 cents a mile. That's why. Yep. It's a danger to the people on the roadways. So, if you think that the trucking shortage and the truck driver wage and all these issues aren't affecting you, it is. It's not only affecting your safety to be on the roadways, it's going to end up affecting everybody in the nation when the nation shuts down because we don't have merchandise. We don't have the inventory for people to buy things that they need to survive. It's going to end up being like a third world country, America. And it's sad. There's some more serious vlog, of mine. I'm normally an upbeat kind of guy, and I don't like drama and things like that. But this is a serious issue, and people need to start taking it seriously because it's not only affecting the truck driver; it's affecting everybody. It's going to end up affecting everybody. It's got to change. Even if you're not in trucking, you guys could help and please go out there and fight for something. Fight for this. It's serious. It's a good thing to fight for. If you want to be able to buy what you want to buy and however much of it that you want to buy that your family needs, and you want to be safe when you're driving down the road, you want to feel that truck driver beside you is well trained and safe, then do your part. You can help. It's our obligation as a nation to make sure that we're taken care of and to keep our government in check and the big corporations in check. We have a voice. Call your congressman, call your state representatives, call the trucking companies themselves. They get enough calls, they get their phone lines flooded every day. They're going to get sick and tired of it, and then they're going to start listening and know that we're serious. This got to change. It's not just about us. It's not just about our families, even though that's a big issue. That we are working our butts off and staying away from home for months at a time, and we're making the same as what a McDonald's worker would. Nothing wrong with working at McDonald's, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, look at the sacrifice difference. We are working 70 to 80 hours a week minimum minimum. That is across the board. Every single truck driver that you see out there on the road works 70 to 80 hours a week. Mandatory. And we're making basically the same as somebody who works at McDonald's for 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, and is home every night and home on the weekends. But we're gone from home. Gone away from our families. Sacrificing a lot to get your goods and the things you need to places where you can buy them. And it's pretty sad that it's come to this. You know, there's a lot of truck drivers out there that have been here longer than I, that have been through it all. You know, I grew up around it. I mean, I'm 27 years old. I've been around the industry for, you know, since I was a baby. You know, 25 years. 25 years. 5 years old was when my dad started driving. So out of those 25 years, Dad's never got a raise. We don't have no retirement. Truckers have no retirement. None. We're lucky if we get benefits. Yeah. So we're having to take out of our check now the same as what a McDonald's worker would make for 5 days working. We're having to take out money to put aside for our retirement out of that, and trying to support our family and our house, to keep our houses and our cars and make all of our, you know, bill payments out of something that you can't, you know, it's insane and ridiculous. I don't understand it. All it is chalked up to greed. These big corporations and these trucking companies are greedy. That's all it is. They don't want to pay their truck drivers, and they don't want to pay their experienced good truck drivers, the ones that should be on the road, money so that they can survive. So it's a big problem. Please, please do your part and do what you can. You know, you don't have to, but one of these days when the country falls apart and goes into a famine, or goes into a point to where they have to start rationing goods because they don't have enough truck drivers to take the goods to where they need to go. When that day hits, everybody's going to look back and say, this sucks. I should have done something. All the big companies are going to be like, this sucks. We went out of business because we didn't do something. It's going to happen. But that's it for my rambling. But it's a serious topic, and it needs to get out there. But I'm here. You know, my wife, she should be out here any minute. I'm not driving or anything. I'm just sitting here in the parking lot. Got my computer out. But guys, seriously, please do something before it's too late. You know, if you have any questions or anything that you want, you know, if you have any questions or you want me to make another video explaining some more things or stuff like that, leave me a comment in the comments section. I'll either answer it on there or I'll make a video. Leave a video suggestion if you want to know more. And please share this video. The more this message gets out there, the better it's going to be for everybody. It's not about me. It's not about my family, you know. Well, it kind of is because I'm a truck driver, but it's really about the nation and the nation's people, and how bad things are going to get if we don't do something. So let's do something before it's too late. But alright guys, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.